TradeMonster.com, 4.5 stars, best online broker, 2 years running according to Barron's. TradeMonster.com. Hello, welcome back, folks. A pretty dismal jobs number today. I half jokingly said that the prosecutor in that case in Florida was only half as bad as Obama's economic team, given the complete lack of job generation that we've seen. So you can take that as a right-wing statement about the president, or you can take it as the truth. It's both, because these jobs are just a real problem, and it will be a problem for the president going forward. Watch for the poll numbers next week to reflect that. The market, of course, doesn't need to wait till next week. It reacted immediately. We saw a sell-off of 20 points in the S&P as basically the market gave up yesterday and then some, basically doubling up on the gains of the last 2 days, and then started to make a comeback. So what was not surprising as soon as we started to make the comeback was that the VIX came back down after, of course, extending. What was surprising is the VIX only was able to crack 17 to the upside. That's the spot, of course, for volatility, the very near term, second by second kind of movement. Rather, the VXY, which I talk about a lot because that's a smoothed reading of the VIX. That's the futures contract, the 1 month futures contract, ProShares ETF. Don't have to trade options on it, but you can. But it trades a couple 100,000 ETF shares per day, so it's plenty liquid, at least in the way I look at those kind of contracts. And the VIXY only moved up to just over 45. So in other words, neither the VIX in the short term on the pop nor the VIXY gave you much to indicate that people were scared. People were more or less opportunistic. And whether you choose to look at Apple or Netflix or anything else, they went right back to the well in many of the stocks that have been working for them. So rather than being scared, which would have been reflected in a much higher VIX, we only have a little over a 3% move to the upside out of the VIX, again the spot for the S&P, and basically we're already starting to move more towards the August option than the July options, because next week, hate to remind you, is expiration week for July, because last Friday was the first Friday in July. We always end up on the third Friday, so we're already just 5 trading days left in July options, folks, and that's why, of course, the VIX waiting is out there in August now, not really paying much attention to the front month July contracts at all. I'm Dr. J from TradeMonster.com. You want to attend a free webinar, not charge a thing, don't have to register a credit card or anything, just go to TradeMonster.com, click on education, you'll see a whole bunch of free webinars virtually every day throughout the week. Pete, Gayadami, myself, we're all part of those, as well as a lot of other educators like Dan Fitzpatrick at Stock Market Mentor, or Larry McMillan, McMillan Advisory, Price Headley, Big Trends. I mean, you name it, folks. If it's a good educator, we've got them on the Trade Monster site, and they're doing a free webinar. I'm Dr. J, wishing you all a very happy weekend from TradeMonster.com.